Hi, everybody. Um, just over a month now that I've been home, and obviously I'm doing a lot better, able to walk around and do things. But I really wanted to address this the title of this: How to Lose 80% to 85% of Your Friends Overnight. And people say, "What are you talking about?" And a dozen years ago, 10 years ago or so, when I had my first heart surgery um, in Austin, Texas, at the heart hospital, they provided a whole lot of post-surgical support, physical support, psychological support. And so there was a psychiatrist, I believe Dr. Susan, I can't remember her last name, who was assigned to me. And she was explaining to me that I should anticipate that at least 80 to 85% of my friends are kind of disappear on me. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she says, well, there's a phenomena that we're noticing that during catastrophic illnesses or, things that are going on, whether you have cancer or heart surgeries or different things, that roughly 80 to 85% of your friends will eventually just kind of disappear. And she went on to communicate that the reasons for that happening are that, first of all, a lot of people don't want to think about their own mortality. And so they'll come in and say, wishing you light and love and da da da, and then they just kind of fade away. Second reason would be that um, they don't want to look at their own possible life choices that they need and behavioral changes, like what they eat and how they're living, and anger management and all these different, smoking and drinking and different things like that. They don't necessarily want to look at those possible life changes that they need to make so that they don't end up in the same area. So it's kind of a sense of denial there, and so that's projected onto you, and they don't want you to remind them of that. And the third reason is that you're associated with some other death that they haven't necessarily processed thoroughly: a mother, father, grandparent, child, pet. Um, but that there's been death in their life that wasn't necessarily processed, I guess is the best word. Anyways, these are three things that are very real. And I've had three surgeries now, and over time. And in every situation, this statistic has been accurate. And it just so happened, I mean, it's just happening now with this latest event where, thousands of people responded and like, oh, Dr. Joe, hope you're doing well. And now if I post something, maybe a dozen people, which is, it's like 1%, which is really interesting. So I had my 5 minutes of fame or something like that, or support. And then even locally here, the people have shown up to actually help me. I can literally count on less than two hands. I think the number's up to 8 or 9, maybe. I have to remember now, but we were counting just the other day. And it's extraordinary, all these people who I thought were friends, and there's no judgment. It's just what happens, It's just, and then the people that have shown up were I never would have expected them to show up. So those of you who have come to help me and babysit on the weekends when Maria's working, and those of you who have been bringing food and taking care of me that way, and those of you who are sending me daily messages of light and love and things of that 10 to 15% or 15 to 20%, thank you. And those of you who have made donations, and contributed. I'm just now able to like sit up for periods of time and actually kind of get on my computer and maybe start sending some messages back to you and thanking you. But you've afforded me a couple months respite here, as well as to be able to get some additional therapies that insurance doesn't cover. So that's really, really, and buy food and gas and things of that nature. So it's huge. I mean, it's huge. So thank you. But I really want everyone to really take this to heart and think about this. I mean, are you part of that 15, 20%? Not for me, but for anyone. Or have you been on the other end of that? Where the people have disappeared? Because I know for myself, I have to bring some awareness to that, and I hope maybe you will. That if there's people in your life who are going through things, is that causing you pain? Is that causing you the need to reflect? and maybe heal some things that haven't been healed in your own life. It's an important question. I mean, it's an important question for all of us to look at and face. So I could say a lot more. I'll keep it brief. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully this has served your life and maybe served those who are around you as well. So, namaste. Take care.